to Navigation Trading Live. You are now part of a growing group of do-it-yourself traders who are trying to change the way investors think about building wealth. But because we don't believe in using financial advisors, stock tips, or traditional financial media, we have to do things different. We have to do things smarter. We do that through an art and a science we call trade hacking. At Navigation Trading, our methodology is based on statistics and probabilities, not hype or emotion. Our core strategies have been used by market makers, hedge funds, and floor traders for many years. Now, we share these secrets with you. Whether your goal is to make an extra $1,000 per month or replace your current income, with our guidance, you can achieve financial success beyond your wildest dreams. So, let's get started. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It is Monday morning, June 26th. Few minutes before the market opens. Welcome to Navigation Trading Live, where we're going to go over the markets and have a trade of the week. So let's jump in. A couple announcements before we get started. We've got a new course coming soon. Actually, we've got two new courses getting ready to be released. I know I've been talking about this for a few weeks now, and a couple things, let you guys know what's going on behind the scenes. We're actually changing our delivery platform for navigation alerts. It's going to be awesome. We've been just a lot of testing, and we just want to make sure that it's completely efficient and reliable. Our old system, while it worked really well most of the time, there's just a little bit of quirky unreliability to it. So the new system is going to be awesome. Can't wait. And so with that comes a lot of testing with the new platform. A new membership site, which is going to be incredible as well. But all this stuff takes a little bit of time, a little bit more time than we expected. So we didn't want to load the new courses onto the old platform and then have to transfer them over. So we just decided to wait. And so we've been working on building the courses and kind of in the final stages of editing. So they are coming soon. I'm going to say 2 weeks. Okay, so that's my deadline, and hopefully we can get those out to you then, because they're super exciting. And also the Navigation Trading Strategy book, also kind of tied to the new platform with some different links and stuff. So we had to make sure that the new platform is completely ready to go before we release that. So that's coming as well. And then I know I get emails on this every day. The new lower commission rates with a couple top brokers coming soon. I've been bugging them every single day. We want to get that ready for you guys as soon as possible as well. So stay tuned. All this stuff is coming. Really exciting stuff. Just taking a little bit longer than normal, or a little bit longer than expected, but it is still coming. So just want to give you that update. And then don't forget, if you guys have any topics or subjects you want me to cover on this live broadcast, shoot me an email, info@navigationtrading.com, and we'll try to cover them in an upcoming live broadcast. The topic of the week this week is going to be a pre-earnings calendar trade. And so this is kind of a sneak peek into one of our new upcoming courses, which is all about trading around a stock's earnings announcement. So some stuff that you've probably never heard before. Maybe there's a couple strategies maybe you're familiar with, but I think there's going to be some that you've never heard of. So I think it's going to be something that you guys are going to find extremely valuable, and that's the topic of the week. And this is going to actually tie into the trade of the week as well. So once we go through the markets and I show you what the trade of the week is going to be, it's actually going to be a pre-earnings calendar trade on a stock that has an upcoming earnings announcement. So hopefully this is new and exciting for you guys. Let's jump onto the platform and take a look at what's going on in the markets. So if we look at the stock indices, we've got the S&P, Dow, NASDAQ, and Russell all up over 0.25%. Looks like bonds are up a little bit. So both stocks and bonds are up. The VIX is down almost 0.5%. Unbelievable. Under 10 again. Super low. So just a lot of complacency. Got to be careful when you're selling premium in this type of environment, because you get a spike in the VIX, a spike in implied volatility, that's going to hurt your position. So stay extremely small on selling premium positions. Oil up about 1/3%. You can see it's had a nice big drop. We've got a couple positions on in oil, but we'll continue. So this little up move is helping us out, but we'll continue to monitor oil. Looks like gold's down about 1% this morning. Take a look at gold. You have a decent move to the downside there. Natural gas up almost 3%. You can see got a nice little bounce in natural gas there. The implied volatility has just been really low in nat gas. Haven't really had an opportunity to sell premium since back in February of this year. The grains are kind of a mixed bag. Soybeans up, corn up, and wheat is down over 1%. EWW up almost 1%. FXI, the Chinese large cap, up over 1%. The euro pretty flat. Emerging markets up 1%. EWZ Brazil up 1.5%. Biotechs XBI still continuing its upside rally. XRT, the retailers, up a little bit today. Let's see, the financials pretty flat. Energy's up a little bit, and you can see some of the other currencies. So, and then if we take a look at some of the big stocks, you got Facebook, Apple, Netflix, Google. These have all kind of taken a little bit of a beating in the last. Well, we had that one big down day in the Nasdaq. Some of these have taken a little bit more of a beating than others, but now continuing to rally back up. Tesla continues its climb. Amazon looking to hit new highs again. That looks like the financials are up a little bit today. You can see Goldman's up a little bit. Costco making a little bit of a bounce off of its lows, of its recent lows. And Microsoft up a little bit. So nothing too crazy going on. So let's go ahead and move to our trade of the week, which, as I mentioned, is going to be a pre-earnings calendar. So kind of a sneak peek into the upcoming earnings course that we're going to release. And the ticker that we're going to look at is IBM. And what we're looking at is we're looking for an earnings announcement that has kind of, well, some of these are in that kind of 3 to 4 weeks range before they announce their earnings. IBM fits that criteria. Netflix releases on 7/17, so that's a few weeks away. And actually, I thought IBM was going to have a little bit of it had a little bit of a down to flat implied volatility over the last few days, and now we've got a little bit of a pop up. So not as attractive as an entry as I had hoped. But let's take a look at some of these others. J&J, yeah, everybody's IV's popping up a little bit, and we actually want a decline. We've got eBay, so that may be the one we look at. eBay's got announces on 7/19, so that's a few weeks away. Let's see what we can do in eBay and see if it makes any sense. We want to collect it. We want to pay at least $1 for these trades. But if we look at so 7/19, so that's going to be in the monthly cycle of July 21st, and trading about 36 bucks. So let's try to set this up. I didn't set this up beforehand. I was actually going to look at IBM, but it's got a little pop in IV, so not as attractive as an entry. But we're going to go ahead and buy calendar, and then we can change this to the next monthly, which is August 18th. Yeah, see, it's only trading for 27 cents. That's not enough bang for your buck. So sometimes you got to go back to the drawing board. So in that case, my kind of backup option was I was going to sell a little bit more premium in wheat. We don't currently have a wheat position on, and with the recent volatility, the options have some decent premium in them. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into wheat, and with 60 days to expiration in September, be able to add a little bit of further out, start selling some September options in our grains position. So Let's go to the September cycle and look at an iron condor. So we'll look at about the 20 delta. The 21 is the kind of the next highest. So we'll right-click Sell Iron Condor. I like to go about 10 points wide on these. So we'll change that to 525. And up here on the put side, same thing. So the 435 is the 22 delta. So 435. And 10 points lower is the 425. We can right-click, analyze this trade. So as you can see, the options, really the risk is to the upside. You can see how skewed this is. And based on some of the other positions that I have in wheat, and excuse me, I don't have a position in wheat, but in soybeans and corn, I'm already kind of hanging out down here in the lower range. So I actually want to skew this a little bit the other way. So I'm going to bring the call side down and move the put side out. And that's going to give me a little bit more of a balanced iron condor. Typically if I didn't have any other positions on in corn and wheat, I would play this skew and I would put this on as is. But based on some of those other positions and how highly correlated they are, I want to skew this a little bit so I have a little bit more room to the downside within my range. So let's take the put side and move that from 435 to 430. Then we'll move this down to 420. And then on the upside, we'll move the call side from 515 down to 505. Then move that to 515. Unlock our little lockbox here. And I'm actually going to move it down a little bit more. So let's move the 505 down to 500, 510. And so now you can see the price is a little bit more centered. And we've still got a nice wide range. Collected a little bit more credit. We're at about $3.75. Total risk for one contract 187. Total risk 312. Max profit 187. Great risk reward. I'm going to kick that up a couple of contracts, and I'm going to go ahead and work that order to get filled. Shoot that out to my alerts members. If you're not a member of Navigation Alerts, make sure you check it out. You can do a 2-week trial for just $7. Hope everybody has a great week of trading, and we'll talk to you next week. See you soon.